Gareth, it's been a good start to the season for the under-18s, I think, carrying on from where it left off last year.
Yeah, I think it's been kind of testament to the boys' dedication, the ability for the boys to take on information. We've had a lot of chopping and changing, obviously a lot of boys going up into different age groups, whether that be the first team or into the 23s. And that's given a tremendous opportunity to some of the young boys to go and step into this 18s group, and I think it shows the culture at the football club at the moment within the academy that although personnel may change, the quality of performance hasn't. We want to maintain that. Obviously we're always striving for a better performance, but the continuity of the performance has been there, and long may it continue.
And for yourself, stepping into the head coach role from Jack Lester moving up to the under-23s, how have you found that, taking on that bit more responsibility?
Yeah, I think it's a privilege. I think without a shadow of a doubt at this football club, to be 18's coach at this football club is a tremendous privilege. And it was great to work with Jack last season, and it's great to work with Jake this season, Jake Wigley. I think both myself and Jack always saw it last season as very much a partnership, and that's the way that I like to think about it this season with myself and Jake. That it's not sort of lead and an assistant. It's more of a partnership where we can kind of throw ideas around and debate things and challenge and question and hopefully get to the position where we're serving the players in the best possible manner. The staff have been excellent in terms of supporting me as I stepped up, whether that be the S&C guys, whether that be Benno with the goalkeeping, and I'm really grateful for the support that they've given me as I've moved up into this role.
And the players that are coming through the ranks at the moment, there's some have made a step up to the under-23s. We've seen quite a few of the players in there and also in the first team as well. So there's a clear pathway for the players to make an impression.
Yeah, without question of a shadow of a doubt. It's I think I alluded to it earlier about the culture of the club, of the academy, and we want to be able to produce. Our mandate is to produce players for the first team, and we want to continually do that. When we look at the players that have gone up into the 23s or the first team, that's when we see that happening. That's tremendous for us, because that's a result of an awful lot of work both on and off the field, and we're endeavouring to achieve more success, i.e. get more players in the first team, more players in the 23s, and then likewise for the YDP phase, more under 16s into the under 18s, and that was testament on Saturday when we had 2 under 15s playing and 5 under 16s. So I think hopefully, like I've spoke about earlier, the quality of the performances don't dip, even though the change of players do.
Yeah, and that quality is winning the league last year and reaching the 5th round of the FA Youth Cup, and being recognised as the under-19s team of the year at the Nottingham Awards the other week. So I mean, there's high recognition for the players coming through.
Yeah, and I think when that recognition's given, it's important that we share that out with the whole of the academy, because it's a massive team effort. It's not just the 18s, it's not just the 23s, although those groups tend to get most of the publicity. It's a tremendous amount of work that's going on with Lee Moran and the foundation phase, and Tom Mallinson and YDP phase, and the rest of the staff which are involved in both of those phases. So it's important that we recognise them as well within this, because there's a lot of work that's gone on for years prior to this that allows us to go and achieve the success now. We feel at the moment we're in a position with the football club, within the academy, that we've got a real strong culture, a real strong outline of what we're trying to achieve. So when boys do go up, have we got boys that can come in and fill that void? And I think that's been shown this season, that's the case, that we have got younger boys that can come up into that group and still be pushing and still be kind of producing the performances that we expect at this football club.
And those performances are carrying on at the moment. There's 4 wins on the trot in the league for the under-18s, which is fantastic, and another big game this weekend against Sheffield United.
Yeah, I've got Sheffield United this week. They're sitting top by 2. I think it's whenever we go into the games, we obviously want to win because we're competitive people. But I think the important thing is are the players developing? Are the players playing in a way that is befitting to this football club? Are we seeing developments and improvements that we see a little inkling into the future, a little kind of glimpse into what they could be, and what we would like them to be. And so that's important that we see that on Saturday, that there is development, that there is improvement. They have to deal with that and develop under pressure at times, because they're going into an environment where they will be placed under pressure. There isn't many instances in society where a 16-year-old boy or a 17-year-old boy can actually go and play alongside what you would call an expert, i.e. a first-team player, recognised first-team player. So they've got and be expected to perform at a similar sort of level. So we have to go and produce players who can perform under pressure, and the last couple of seasons the boys have done that really well.
And how much do you sort of tell your players to look towards people like Ben Osborne and Matty Cash, who have made that step up? How much of an inspiration do you use those players as an example of that, really?
I think it's great with the academy being on the same side as the first team, because those boys there's things that we don't always have to say, because the boys are seeing the first team players day in, day out. They're seeing the mannerisms of them, they're seeing the way that they conduct themselves, and Matty and Ben are excellent role models, both as people on and off the field. So the boys are fortunate that they have those people to look up to, whether that's in the canteen and the way that they interact with the people in the canteen and the canteen staff, or whether that's the maintenance people, whether that's groundsmen, whether that's the coaching staff, and it's important that there is that respect there, and they realise that the fact that when they get there, hopefully that they should be treating people with the respect that we would ask them to.